What's up, guys? AnxiousJ here, coming at you with another episode of the Get Mike Trout a Ring Dynasty, aka Los Angeles Angels Dynasty, with Season 5. Now, breaking the fourth wall here, I know I've said that a lot recently, but if you look, I am still at opening day. Why is this, you ask? Well, my computer decided to update overnight while I was letting a video render. Actually, it was the... I don't remember which one I was rendering. But if you look here, just breaking the fourth wall, I have all of these videos ready to go. But we're starting on Season 5. Why is that, you might ask? Well, my save got reverted to January of 2023. So, that is Season 5 for us. What that means, essentially, is I'm going to just, because I got plenty of time to do it, I'm just going to essentially redo Season 5. Highlights, we went 120 something and crazy amount of wins, and in the playoffs of the first round, we swept Toronto. But let's see if we can do that again. Essentially, I'm just completely being honest and transparent about this. Very frustrated about it because we did do very well. But what that does is it gives me a chance to kind of do things over a little bit differently. And now, speaking of that, I have my spring training lineup still here. Also, just a big thing, I went ahead and traded for this dude. Who did I trade, might you ask? I traded Julian Smith, which was a guy who I don't think was ever going to play for us. Really high prospect, but again, I just did not think he was... Oh, shoot, I traded him way too early. Anyways, and Josh Stowers, who was always on the cusp of being good, and especially after last year, he just never made it. So I wanted a backup center fielder, a backup defensive outfielder with upside. So I felt like he was the right guy to get. Overall... I do have a place I have to be. I have to actually leave in about 10 minutes. So this is going to be a split recording. Right now, I'm just going to... I think I was doing this wrong. Taylor Ward, we're going to waive and designate you for assignment. I think we're just going to call you down. Same with Jimenez. Waive and designate. You dropped way off. We're going to waive and designate you as well. Vidal Bruin. He's fantastic. Honestly. Alright. I do need to check and see really quick. Where is my center fielder? See, Deshaun Knowles, also, he will get some playing time this year. He will. Shea Langoliers, I believe, is going to be here. Torrey Hunter, Nolan Hoffman, Hertz, Gilma, Jaloff, he probably will get traded. Tristan English, Kyle Dean. Troy. Kyle Bradish. No, I do not want to release him. Solarte. Sierras. Juan Polito is definitely going to start for us. Leonis Martin. Don't need you. Don't need you. We have 5 players who we need to send down. I'm going to look at our pitching. Kyle Dowdy, yeah, I'm fine with that. Braylon Marquez, I want you to have a year in the minor leagues to try and develop the pitch. DeMarcus Evan, I am going to demote you. Pedro Fernandez, yeah, you're just not good enough. Demote you, okay. That'll put ourselves at 13 pitchers. That's good to know. Taiba Tree will be in the bullpen, sadly, but you know what? I don't think that he'll be there for long. Let's look here. I believe we just need to make 2 cuts between these two. I think I am going to send you down. Just going to demote you. And let's look. Humberto Luna, which again, we're looking at his high contact ratio. I wish he would start over Tomoya Mori. Move Tomoya Mori to a infield position, honestly. But Yordan Alvarez just does well enough. Sad thing is, Yordan Alvarez is so slept on. He's genuinely a really good player. The only guy I think that eventually, only guys I will think that will be replaced eventually is former Rookie of the Year, Nate Lowe, who just, since his first year, has not, well, how many years has he played with us? Let's see this. Let's look at batting stats. 2020, I mean, that's not a well, 30 home runs, 38 wow, no, he's going to be fine for us. He's going to be fine. He's going to be there for a while just because his power apparently, I mean, he hits very well from both sides. Can't complain about that. And then Taylor Walls, the only reason I don't like him, really, is if we look at his, I mean, a lot of hits. Hits right-handed pitching better than left-handed pitching. Avoids strikeouts. I mean, yeah, he's going to be fine. Livan Soto, if we look at his ratings, though, he's actually looking about the same. And I think we will be able to trade Livan Soto or Vidal Bruin, which right now I think we need to just demote you to AAA Salt Lake. And I think that's going to be fine. We have McConnell to be the backup here. Which McConnell, pretty decent shortstop. Let's look at his ratings. He actually, yeah, no, I need to send down McConnell. And go ahead and bring back up Livan Soto. Let's go ahead and ask them to take care of minor leagues. Let's see who's on the cusp of getting called up. We have Kyle Bradish, Davis Daniel, Nolan Offerman, Braylon Marquez, I believe will be a big part for us next year. Brady McConnell. I mean, we have depth. We have good enough depth to come up. Braylon Marquez and Brady McConnell, I believe, will be good depth pieces for us. But other than that, I don't really see, well, Leonardo Jimenez, DeMarcus Evans just needs to get his control under control. But looking at our team, there's no reason that, I mean, I kind of do want to offer an extension. He wants so much money, though. Teji Kamimura is gonna do great. I also do recognize the error of my ways in the whatchamacallit trade. Where is he? Francisco Lindor trade, because if we look at his contract, it's only $39 million, but then it jumps up to $45 million. So that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but Osvaldo Gavion is all the way down in AA, but not too worried about it. What I do want to look at, though, really quick, is pitchers. I want to look at all players, and I want to look at numbers. Juan Pulido, sorry, you are getting a different number. What number that is, Let's see if we can get you 39. Number already in use. You're 19 years old. Actually, let's see 54. 54. All right. Teji's already played on that number. Levon Soto, you definitely need to change that number. And Deshaun Knowles will change his number as well. So Levon Soto, he is 6 foot, so let's just give him number 9. Just give him number 9. And then where is the other guy? Deshaun Knowles. He's 6 foot 170, so he also should have a smaller number. Let's give you number 3. Tamoya Mori, Francisco Lindor, Nate Lowe, Humberto Luna. Yep, we're looking good here with all of our players. Yeah, can't complain. If we look at all batters, no one's over the number of 28. All pitchers. I mean, Shohei Ohtani. Okay, and everyone else other than them is over the number of 30. That's just kind of one thing. I want to keep numbers 1 through 30 for position players and numbers 30 up for pitchers, just simply because you are going to have more pitchers rotating in and out of the lineup than players. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, and you guys will see me at the whenever I have something important to meet up about. Probably after I'll probably check in at every month. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Wait, no, I won't. We're going to go and look at the reports for preseason predictions. Los Angeles Angels, 112-50, scoring 880 runs. And 544 against with a 3.17 ERA. Wow. That's going to be a crazy year. So Mike Trout's apparently going to have a bounce back year. 40 home runs, slashing 3.45. I can't complain about that. Who else? That's going to be our only batter, which I am surprised to see that. Nolan Arenado's with the Baltimore Orioles. That's surprising to see. If you also see Juan Acevedo, Urias, that Toronto should be pretty decent this year. Also pitching-wise, we have Kamimura, we have Ohtani, we have McCullers up here. Our pitching is going to carry us. It says Kamimura should win 20 games, pitching to a 3 ERA, 242 strikeouts. Ohtani should pitch to a 2.93 ERA. Also, just breaking the fourth wall again, Kamimura ended up getting, he was 28-2 with 275 strikeouts, 44 walks, and pitched to a 2.13 ERA. So he was going to win the Cy Young. The thing is, as well, he's still developing, which is insane. Just my goodness. Lance McCullers did have a bomb start to the season. I think he went 15-1 to start the season. And then after that, he ended up going 15-10. So got really cold towards the end. JB Bukakis is up here now. Apparently is going to be one of the Astros' saving graces in the future. Fantastic picture in the minor leagues. And in real life, we did see Corbin Martin make his MLB debut, which personally I got to face off against him a few times in my high school career. He went in the same high school district as me. Got to pitch head-to-head against him twice. I can say that both times I held my own. I did not get overpowered by him. But we still ended up losing both games because Cy Ranch at that time was the team to beat. They were fantastic in every sport. But also, to digress, we're going to go look at top prospects. Let's see who all we have. I'm not expecting anyone to... Juan Souza, is our only guy here. And for pitchers, we should have 2, I believe. We have Michael Harris the second. Devin, nope. And that's it. We have 2 top prospects. One thing I am going to do now, though, is I'm going to look also at the minor league system ranking. We are... Wow, the Houston Astros are way down close to last. We are right in the middle. Can't complain about that. That's just top prospects. San Francisco Giants have a lot of prospects. It's pretty top stacked once you get out of the top 10. Well, once you honestly get out of the top 16, it really starts to tank. That's very unfortunate. And then I also wanted to do positional rankings. Just looking at this, see where we line up in all of the positions of baseball. So catchers. Oh, let's just go look for Los Angeles Angels. All right, catchers. We have Tomoya Mori with Humberto Luna as our prospect. We have Yordan Alvarez with Tristan English as our prospect. That's very unfortunate. At second baseman, we have Vidal Bruin. Really? No. Leonardo Jimenez is our prospect. Nate Lowe, he's going to just stay here for his contract. Kevin Maitan. It's pretty crazy to see, like, the amount of depth we have everywhere. Like, first, second, first. I am expecting David Robertson to be on his last year. I do think that he is going to regress heavily this year. Just with already being 38 years old. He's coming up on his second to last year of his contract. We might not have him anymore. But looking at our overall team, looking at our weak spots, I do not see one. I would actually argue that second and first base are our weak spots, and I'm using air quotes here. What's also awesome to see is we have Tomoya Mori and Humberto Luna. I would also maybe argue that our DH is our weak spot. What I am going to do is I am going to try and find a player, which Joe Adele, if you guys see, is actually developing a little bit, but not into the way that I really wanted to. What I want to look for is designated hitter. Nope. Let's look for left fielders. Let's look for overall, because that should... JD Martinez, how are you doing? You're not doing too hot. Or you're not doing that bad, but once you moved over to St. Louis for your first full year, you really struggled. I think I got rid of him at just the right time, so I'm happy with that trade. Really happy with that trade. That's awesome to see. Apparently Juan Pulido can play multiple positions. I mean, he does have pretty good outfield ratings. Very fast. Holy crap. Wow. But he can't really hit, so there's that. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for the time being. I'll check back in with you whenever I have something to update you guys about. And now I am back randomly in the middle of May for 2 specific reasons. 1, Kyle Dowdy. Torn meniscus in his knee. We're going to need to place him on the injured list. And because of that, who are we going to bring up? Kyle Bradish. He's got good stuff. He's not the type of... No. Okay. Kyle Bradish is probably going to be a trade piece for us. Where's... Braylon Marquez. His changeup has gone up from 45 to 50. So I do think it is time to potentially give him a chance. So you know what? Let's go ahead and see Oh, excuse me, that was my phone. Type it. What? Why? No. That's annoying. Let's see if we can force him suggested as a reliever. We can see if we can suggest him as a starter. Nope. Braylon just needs that pitch to develop a little bit more because Type of Tree has 3 pitches. Okay. Let's go ahead and demote you back down. And we will look at Kyle Badish. That control is an issue though, but other than that. What about you? Control's not an issue. No. Yep, we're going to call up Kyle Bradish. Kyle Bradish being a follower to... Who's the opener? Byung-So Im. I can't complain about that. Having 2 guys in long relief, though, that's really weird. Team's looking really good, though. I can't complain about that. Looking at it, we're 34-11. Pitching overall. Teji's pitching well. Lance McCullers is pitching well, even though his wins aren't really showing for it. Juan Polito's not pitching too hot. What's frustrating is I think he did put up Rookie of the Year numbers for his first year. Let's just hope he continues to develop. He's going to be a guy that we're going to throw out there just simply because that control and movement's just too good. The cutter, curveball, changeup's too nice. I'm just going to throw him into the fire. Other than that, Jordan Hicks is pitching super well. I don't think we're going to be able to retain him. Devin Robertson is starting to regress. Dallin Betances was doing very well at this point. Craig Kimbrell's even doing well. Byung-So Im is doing okay. Type of Tree's doing okay. Zach Pop in his 6 innings has come in and done a job. Honestly, if he could develop some stamina, he could be a starting pitcher. But looking at our lineups, I have sent down Soto just simply because he was not doing well in his games played. As you can see, I've signed Michael Brantley just simply because that contact is just ridiculously good. I mean, to have a guy that can mash right-handed pitchers like this is just, without a shadow of a doubt, a smart thing for me to do. Finally got them to switch around Humberto Luna, which his defensive ratings have gone off the chart. He's gone up from, I think, the 75 to the 80, which is very nice. Tomoya Mori is now being the everyday DH, but to have him also be a catcher and then have Shea Langoliers, who's done okay in his time, it would be nice just to simply switch them out. Tomoya Mori is also a backup first baseman, but yeah. I was panicking for a second. Bruin has done... Bruhan, whatever his name is, has done well in his time. And Deshaun Knowles has done fantastic in his time. It's Humberto Luna and Taylor Walls that need to step up their game a little bit. Nate Lowe's doing okay, but he's hitting some home runs. Mike Trout's going back to his Mike Trout ways a little bit. His average is a little bit down, but that on-base percentage, he already has 41 walks, which is ridiculous. Francisco Lindor is, well, batting behind Mike Trout and Shohei and in front of Yordan Alvarez. It is just done really well for him. But Tomoya Mori is having a career year, batting almost 366, or 376, 466, 554. OPS of 1,030. That's insane. Shohei's hitting well. Yordan Alvarez, he's quietly one of the best players I would say in the save. He just year in year out's done really well. Really happy we picked this guy up. He does not hit left-handed pitchers very well. I would say that is our weakness. We have Brandon Marsh, Shohei, Yordan, and Nate Lowe, who are all lefties. But I mean, actually, no. I would say we have 4 guys who can't hit lefties, and then we have everyone who could pretty much mash righties. Humberto, I want to see his splits. His splits versus left. I don't know what I'm trying to look at. I just want to look here. He's batting .237, not doing that great. That average is starting to creep up a little bit. He's starting to get a couple of hits here and there, so he's looking pretty decent. Again, we're hoping that develops just a little bit. What else? Just go ahead and jump in. And yeah, Kyle Dowdy being injured's a little bit frustrating, but I think if anything, we will manage. And I think I'm just going to hang out with you guys here. I'm going to go back to the 2 episodes per season, just simply because I think there's a lot that's going on right now. Especially with that big long intro that I had to do because I have to re-record this season, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Teji Kamimura and Shohei Ohtani are doing well on their pitching, getting wins, but I think that also has a lot to do with the fact that they have the best offense in baseball behind them, so they can give up those few runs. But then again, there's no one who's really leading the league in anything. Let's look at player development update. David Robertson's really starting to regress. Juan Polito's really starting to make strides. His overall rating's dropped, but his stuff improved. Don't make sense. Tyba Trees, same deal. Michael Brantley is starting to regress. He's just a 1-year signing just to hold us over. I mean, if he can just continue batting .300 just in the games that he comes in and plays, do well. Mike Trout's actually improving a little bit, but it's more or less he's starting to regress. Deshaun Knoll's doing okay. Braylon Marquez, his overall drops from 5 to 3. His potential drops from 5 to 4. That's very upsetting. What else is there? I'm looking for... what's his name? Where is he? He is the... whoa, what is this dude? He is just improving. But I'm looking... nope, he's not there. Okay, so we will continue on to the first-year player draft, which is coming up right now. And I'm sorry if you heard that. That was me drinking some water. I've been helping my cousin move today. So let's go ahead and jump into the first-year player draft. Oh my goodness, if I could draft you. If I could draft you, that would be amazing. I mean, look at all these guys. This is actually kind of a stacked... oh. This is a stacked... interesting. He has... that's an interesting guy. But let's see who my scouting director recommends. Rodolfo Oriza. Oh, look at that power rating. He's got huge speed, but that makes no sense. Auto draft until next pick. Phil Bond. See, Phil Bond could potentially be a big... I think he would be a great just all-rounder. Can play infield, doesn't really have the arm for it, but can play infield, can play outfield, hits and avoids strikeouts. That'd be pretty cool to pick up a guy like that. But I think we would be dumb not to pick up a guy like this. Well, literally play any position, apparently. From Hawaii, which I think is really cool. I think we just go ahead and do it. Wait. Jim Chamberlain? Sure. Let's see who else we... Maddox. And the thing about center fielders, especially guys like that... Oh my... Why wouldn't I get him? Yes. Why wouldn't I not get him? He looked fantastic. Probably Medina. Yep. Let's look ahead and look at him. High contact. He's not going to really swing at a lot of good stuff. He's not going to be a shortstop. He's going to be a third baseman. Absolutely. Scouting director. Not getting a lot of pitchers, but again, Sergio Puebla, right fielder. I like his stuff there. Let's see who has the highest contact potential. I actually like you a lot. Let's do it. Why not? Okay, and at this point, we complete the draft. And I don't worry about signing the impossible guys because they're impossible for a reason. I'm not worried about anything like that. Alright, we will go ahead and delete all messages. And we're going to go ahead and simulate up until international free agency. I hope there's an international free agent pitcher. That's all I hope. That's all I've ever wanted. It always seems like they have one solid outfielder. Or one solid... Well, they obviously always have one solid player. But I've never seen in all of my things a pitcher that's been above a 2.5-star rating. And I mean, that might be true because all these guys that are from the Dominican and from these amateur places are just throw gas, let's hope it gets past them type of players. And you can't... And again, going from the scouting mindset, there is no such thing as a pitching prospect. You get turned into a pitcher, which now I think is starting to become a load of BS because you have players like players going to college as pure pitchers and players even in high school being pure pitchers. I know my senior year of high school I turned into a pure pitcher. That was more of a physical limitation of mine, which I don't really speak about. And I could not keep up with the fast pitches as a catcher and as a batter. So in order to keep playing the game that I loved, I turned myself into a pitcher. I went and I worked really hard at it, and I wish I had some good video of me pitching that I could bring to the channel because his changeup potential's increased. Oh goodness, if he can develop that pitch a little bit. We're leaving him down here for the entirety of the year. Work on that changeup, bud. You'll be a huge piece for us in the not so distant future. Oh, we're just kind of pulling away right now. The Indians are keeping up with us, but other than that, if I don't have to go through Tampa Bay or Minnesota, because those have been my two bogey teams of this game, I will be more than happy with it. I hope to God I have to go through someone else other than Tampa Bay or Minnesota. Midseason review of goals. Happy with the team record. I told you to sign James Paxton to an extension, which if we were in my other save, he actually got a torn ligament and was out for 13 months. Alright. Happy with progress towards the goal. My overall impression doesn't rank quite as highly. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, let's delete all message. Ooh, wait. I'm honestly going to let Alex Cora expire. But one thing I do want to do is personnel. I want Lou Mason. I'm going to offer extension. I know you don't want to work there. I want to hire him as the manager, or as the bench coach. I want him to be the bench coach for bench coach. Like, honestly, okay, that's fine. That's something that I'm going to work out in the off season. I would like to retain my own coaching staff. Teji, we did not need that. I'm going to place you on the injured list for 10 days. And again, who was... Why is Taiba Tree... I do not understand. I do not understand why. And I don't understand... Makes me a little bit upset. Let's see if there's someone on waivers. I mean, he looks like a guy that we could potentially keep for a little bit. That would be really nice if we were able to get him. Probably someone else claimed him. International free agency starts. Let's go look and see international amateurs. I don't think he's worth that. He's not worth it. This guy's apparently the best guy. Wait. Interesting. I'm gonna go for you. What's my budget? Let's go 1-8. Ask for a response. I'm doubling what you want, bud. Just go ahead and sign. Just sign it. Just sign it. Just sign with us. Don't make it difficult. Please don't make it difficult. Awesome. Transactions. Place on active roster. Transactions. Don't need to do anything else. Let's just go ahead and go to pitching. Why is Ty Batri... He's only pitch... It makes no sense. He's only pitching 3 innings. And then whatever. I'm not the manager. It's just, it makes no sense. You have a starting pitcher that you want to go more than 3 innings. You want him to go at least 5. I want my starting pitchers to go 7. It's annoying. I'm annoyed, okay? Call me salty. I get very salty very easily with this game. As you can tell through, if this guy can... That's my final offer. If you don't sign, you're not getting it. If you can't tell, I'm getting frustrated. Especially considering, I think, on my last save, and I keep on referring to it, I should just go back and look at the screenshot. It's just frustrating. I don't know how long I've been recording. 22 minutes for this. You know what? I've not been afraid to go an hour long in these episodes. Finally. Ooh, Raul Chavez, Juan Machado. Oh. Wait, is that OSA? Juan Machado doesn't look too bad. I like to see that. Makes me happy. Okay. And we're going to just go ahead and simulate till tomorrow. And I know my commentary is riveting and engaging and awesome, to say the least. Because I can hold a conversation very well. And I can hold conversation super well. This is taking a while. It's probably because all the All-Stars we have. So the All-Star rosters have been announced. We have Shane Bieber, JB Bukakis, Josh James, Nate Carnes, Brendan McKay, Chris Sale, Justice Sheffield, Blake Snell. We did not have a single... Wow. Dylan Betances, there's 1. Brad Hand, Kyle Wright. Jordan Hicks, that's 2. Yohan Lopez, Kevin Strickland. Jose Garcia, Danny Jensen, who was a former player of ours, I believe. Tomoya Mori, that's number 3. Bo Naylor, Matt Olson, Nicky Lopez, Ramon Urias, Miguel Andujar. I don't know. Andujar? Yeah, Andujar. Rafael Devers, Isaac Paredes, Jose Ramirez, Wander Samuel Franco, Royce Lewis, Francisco Lindor, that's 4. Joey Gallo, Shohei Ohtani, that's 5. Estevan Florial, Mike Trout, that's 6. Mookie Betts, Mitch Haniger, Eloy Jimenez. In my other save, we had 11. Brandon Marsh got his first one. I believe Yordan Alvarez also got his first one. And then every one of my starting pitchers, minus Kyle Dowdy, got in. So it was... I mean, I need to just stop talking about it because it hasn't happened. I do want to see how many home runs, though. How many home runs does Cody Bellinger have? 180. How many does Mike Trout have? Where is Mike Trout on his hitting stuff? So, home runs, he already has 417. That's awesome. RBIs, he has 1,175. He has an insane amount of walks. He has 1,940 base hits. So 60 more away, 140 hits on the season's all he got to do for his hits. So we'll be on the lookout for that. He should hit number 2,000, which means I think he's going to get 3,000 hits in his career. I always was saying that Jose Altuve would be the next one to get 3,000, but it might be Mike Trout, just simply because I think Mike Trout got an earlier start, and I mean, oh well. We will just continue to go ahead and go to the roster expansion, because I always forget how front stacked the Major League is. Like, the All-Star game is definitely more than halfway through the season. We're going to go ahead and send down Kyle Bradish. Just going to send you down. Teji Kamimura's coming in. It's going to be nice to have Teji Kamimura. Ty Batrice finally going back. Oh, thank God. Wow, in his 3 starts, he's pitched 6 innings every single time. He's gotten, wow, cannot complain about that. And 1 start, he probably gave up 2 runs. 1 start, he probably gave up 1. And 1 start, he probably gave up 3. Let's go see how close I am. His last 3 starts, 6 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings. 3 runs, 1 run, 0 run. Cannot complain about that. He's pitching well. They're dumb to let him go. Juan Polito's starting to get that ERA back down. What's his FIP? Can't see his FIP. Let's look at his FIP. Pitching. No, I want to. Profile. Pitching stats. No. View. Expanded pitching stats. Where is his FIP? His FIP is 4.6. He's walking a lot of players and not striking out that many. That's why. Wow. I am going to just go ahead and simulate up to the trading deadline, and I'll see you guys then. And we are back. Right now it is, wow, late into the season. We just had the roster expansion, and if you look at our team, we got a bunch of guys who actually are doing really well. Mike Trout's back. He's doing better than he did last year. His doubles aren't up, but his home runs are, his hits are up, and his walks are sky high. 124 walks. He's slashing 278, 430, 512. That's kind of where I wanted him to be, 3, 4, 5 type of guy. Shohei Ohtani's also doing pretty well as well. He's clobbering the ball. Lots of extra base hits. Deshaun Knowles actually has played in 60 games this year, and it's kind of looks to me like he's taking the left field spot whenever Shohei Ohtani's in, and he's occasionally playing for Brandon Marsh, which is surprising to me. Brandon Marsh is not doing as good this year as he did last year. He's getting on base. Humberto Luna has been a really good addition for us, mainly for his defensive presence. Also, Francisco Lindor has been really good for us with a 281 average, 344, 482. I mean, where are you batting? You're batting 5th. Yeah, looking really good. Yordan Alvarez is quietly having a great year as well. Overall, we have Nate Lowe's gonna hit 30 home runs maybe. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys on our team who's all hit over double-digit home runs. Brady McConnell just got called up just as the roster expanded, just to give us a little bit more depth. I am going to see there. Yeah, just defensive replacement if Francisco Lindor needs a break. On the pitching end of things, we have Teji Kamimura and Shohei Ohtani who are doing phenomenal, with Lance McCullers also doing very well. This guy, Anthony Kay, came in when Kyle Dowdy went down. He's done very well. Juan Polito is struggling, to say the least. Just hasn't quite developed 110%. I am expecting him to do much better next year, but his upside's too high for me to change him out. He has walked a couple more batters than I would have liked to, but oh well. Jordan Hicks is really making a strong case for me to keep him. To have a guy like that in the bullpen's awesome. It also frees up guys like Craig Kimbrell and Dylan Betances to really shine as well. Zach Pop has been doing very well for us in the bullpen as well. But David Robertson's really starting to regress. I'm glad I at least gave myself ways to opt out of his contract. And I think after this year, even though his stuff has that potential, he's just going to continually start to regress. And I think he's gone. Byung-So Im is definitely going to stay with us as a long-term piece. Eats up a lot of innings out of the bullpen. Looks to be a great guy. Kyle Dowdy might see his usefulness kind of start to go down. He does have 5 pitches, but his usefulness is starting to get to its end. Tyba Tree and Marshall Kozlowski are two interesting guys. I mean, they eat up a lot of innings. And then I also called up Braylon Marquez, which I do want to see. He's going to go into the middle relief role, which I think right now is going to be good for him. Help develop that changeup, focus on those 2 pitches, but help develop that changeup just a little bit more. Definitely going to be nice to have this guy on the bench for us. Definitely could see him doing a job for us. Probably it's going to be nice to have... Wait, we have an opener. Who's the opener? Byung-So Im. Oh, so if we go to a 6-man rotation and need to make an emergency start or something, we'll have Byung-So Im come in, pitch 1 or 2 innings, and then have Kyle Dowdy follow him up. Byung-So Im, I believe this is his last year of his contract, so we'll probably end up adding to him, but we're going to go ahead and make our playoff push. We have already clinched playoffs, which is nice to see. I don't think that we will crest the 120 wins. I think whenever I re-recorded this episode, or whenever I originally recorded this episode, I had 121 wins on this team, but I don't think we're going to be breaking that. JB Bukauskas is pitching phenomenally, but it's nice to see also in the bottom left-hand corner we have Shohei Ohtani and Teji Kamimura both, and Lance McCullers as the top 3 win leaders for baseball this entire year. Shohei Ohtani is a 20-win player, and then I believe Teji Kamimura still has a chance to get that 20th win as well. Looking at it right now, we're probably not going to play the Indians or the Yankees. Ooh, that's not good. I don't like seeing that stuff. Kukui actually has been doing pretty decent for Chicago since he left us, and I think that's best for him. I don't think he really had a place on our team anymore. Really happy that he's doing well. I genuinely have no ill will towards any of my former players. If essentially I get what I want out of the players I trade for, I'm not going to be mad. And I don't remember exactly who I traded for him. I might have just traded him to get rid of Cap, honestly. But I feel like I got someone for him. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. But overall, I'm liking where we are in the league right now. 115 wins. We're cruising right now. Look, Mike Trout's WAR has gone up from like 7.1 to 8.3. What's that personal? That's another development update. Okay, David Robertson, his mile per hour has even gone down. I don't think he'll make playoffs for us. Juan Polito starting to do better. Also, Lance McCullers has improved too. Tomoya Mori. Humberto Luna's improving. That's good to see. His contact rating improved. That's awesome to see. Jordan Alvarez dropped. I don't care. Brady McConnell's, he's improving. Brandon Marsh, his contact dropped a little bit, but he's overall. Deshaun Knowles has improved. He might even take someone's place. Looking, Levon Soto, he's improving. I think he's actually going to end up being a trade piece. I'm more than happy to get rid of him, honestly. But I'm looking for 2 guys. Jeez. That's impressive. Where's... No one else is there. That's unfortunate. Do want to check out, though. I do want to check out. I want to look and see... Center fielder, nope. And center fielder. Please tell me that center fielder's not hurt. Or did I switch him to a different... Did I switch him to a different position? Is it Oliver Ortiz that I switched? No? I'm looking for the guy that I traded for this year. You know what? I think I just need to look for home. Where is my top prospects? This guy. He's all the way down in high A. Jeez. That's not what I want to see. He'll move up eventually, though. He'll be a good guy for us. Juan Sosa. He actually is showing a little bit of promise here already. This guy's going to be great. And then I also want to look at international. I want to see default, all players, Luis Castro. He's 19. I'm going to go ahead and promote him. Juan Machado. No. Okay, well, what I'm going to go ahead and do is simulate up until we see who we are going to play in the playoffs. I'm thinking it's going to be... Oh. Who's it going to be? You know what? Let's see if we can go ahead and offer him an extension. He wants so much money. We're for sure offering him. Jeez. We're going to wait until after playoffs to discuss any contracts. Okay. Rays clinch wild card. Altuve won. Let's go look and see what my playoff roster is going to be. Who's not going to make it? Kyle Bradish is not going to make it. Anthony Kay is not going to make it. Kyle Dowdy is not going to make it. DeMarcus Evans isn't going to make it. Shea Langoliers, really? That's interesting. We're bringing Brady McConnell. I don't necessarily agree with that. Brady McConnell does not bring anything for us, so we are going to remove you from the playoff roster. And I'm honestly debating on bringing Leonardo Jimenez just simply because the amount of speed he has on the base paths. Leonardo Rivas. Leonardo Rivas would be the next guy I brought. So yeah, I'm bringing Leonardo Rivas just simply because he can run the bases. Deshaun Knowles, he's fast, It's great to see. It's great to see that Deshaun Knowles is actually starting to get some playing time now. He did really well for us this year. It's good to see. And then we got 3 guys that can come off the bench. We got Michael Brantley as well, who did really well for us. Honestly, I'm debating on giving him another extension just to have his bat in the lineup. I know I said not worrying about extensions, but if he only wants, if we can get that down to $3 million. And a plate appearances bonus. If you can get 450, you'll get 250,000. I think that's a pretty fair offer for him. He did very well for us this year. Hasn't really regressed either. Look, the only thing that he regressed on a teeny bit was his contact. And I don't care. He's still been a guy that's held his own, hit very well, gets on base a lot. I think he's a great bat to have off the bench and a nice veteran leadership. So let's go until next playoff round. Oh no. Oh, wait, at least we have one of the Rays or the Twins to knock each other out. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't know why. What's the Okay, I'm not on that team, so I'm good. I don't know why I'm over there. I don't care. So let's just go ahead and delete. And we are going to go ahead. Oh, crap. Did not mean to delete all those messages. We are going to look at here. We are going to... Wait. Jordan... What? In what? Alex Cora, you're like low-key about to be fired. You know what? I'm taking over from him. We'll see what's going to go on, but Jordan Hicks is definitely not going to start. It's going to be... Where is it? Oh, well. We're not going to worry about that right now, but we finished the year at 118 and 44. We're looking pretty good. We were second in runs scored, second in OPS, but first in everything else except home runs and stolen bases. Zone rating was a little bit bad, but... It's nice to see that we're gonna do the thing. We had 2 pitchers who were 20 wins and above. That's awesome to see. We have Shohei Ohtani and Teji Kamimura, who are fantastic. Lance McCullers, who was serviceable. I don't think I'm gonna lead off with Taylor Walls. What? You'll see when we come to next episode, but I'm gonna go ahead and take over from here on out. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we're not facing Toronto. We're facing a team that continues to be a thorn in our side in Minnesota. I will see you guys next time when we take on Minnesota.